relationships and social media. What is healthy? What's not? Here are important insights from Love Coach Eileen. Hey guys, welcome back to Fall in Love Friday. This is your Love Coach Eileen, and I want to welcome you to this weekly episode that we have where we talk about important insights for relationships so that you can grow real and healthy love in your life. For those who are new here, welcome. I am relationship coach Aileen Santos. I help singles learn love facts versus love fiction so you can enjoy happier love stories in real life. And how do I do that? First of all, I am a certified professional coach. I've been focusing on helping people with relationships. So that's why I call myself the love coach or the relationship coach. And I am also a registered guidance counselor in Manila. And so that means that my background is in counseling psychology. I have a master's degree in that, and I'm also a romance author. So what this all means is that everything that I'm sharing with you, they're really based on psychology. They're based on the dynamics of men and women. They are based on the things that actually work, so that you can use these tips that we keep talking about here in Fall Love Friday, and you can really use them to create more love in your life. Okay. Also, Fall Love Friday is a weekly thing that I do every Friday at 9 p.m. Manila time. So that's GMT plus 8. But you can definitely access the replay anytime. So if whether you are watching the replay or watching the live, I am so happy that you're here and that you are investing your time and attention in learning more about growing healthier relationships. And this is the aim. This is what we're really going to do. And all throughout the week, I usually get a lot of questions about relationships, about love. And because I can't get everyone, not everyone can be my coachee because I have limited time. And of course, people are in different levels of their readiness to take care of their relationships. But at least with these episodes, I can address the common questions that I get through messenger, through the comments here. So I really urge you to send in your messages, your questions, your comments. And this is how this topic came about: relationships and social media. What's healthy, what's not. So I am only being, I'll only be able to cover some important things that are connected to the questions that were asked of me this week. And if just in case you have another social media relationship related question that we don't cover here or an issue that we don't cover here, then please do post them in the comments. And I am going to, we can do a part two of this because this is such an important thing. It's really the era of social media. It's not something that we can escape. And it is going to affect our relationships because it's part of our lives now. So in this episode, I'm looking through my notes here that's right in front of me. In this episode, I will share with you three important insights for hashtag relationship health. So if you are going to share this video, please do share this hashtag as well because that's what a lot of people need right now: relationship health, especially in this era of social media. Yes, please do share this video with other people, tag your friends in these love lessons, post your aha insights in the comments, and follow up questions. Yes, because I think we have three important insights in this episode, but I know that there are so many issues. If you can think of other issues or you're encountering them or your friends are encountering those issues, then I'll be very happy to do a part two if it's really needed. And you can say hi, especially if you're here on the live. Please do say hi, and I'd be happy to give a shout out to you. So, in this episode, three important insights for relationship health, especially in this era of social media. Now, I just want to share with you some of the questions that we're going to focus on. These are the questions that I've gotten throughout the week. And this is why this topic came about: relationships and social media. So, first of all, there's this question: Coach Eileen, my boyfriend's status is single in his profile. Okay, so I think they've been in a relationship for about 2 weeks now, and this girl was bothered by the fact that her boyfriend has not changed his relationship status, and it's like she was waiting. She hadn't changed her relationship status yet either, And so it was really bothering her. And for her, it she didn't know what to think. She was wondering. She was asking me, so Coach Eileen, what does this mean? He is still single on his profile. So what does this mean, Coach Eileen? Okay, so we'll talk about that. Another question that came in is it wrong to ask my girlfriend for her passwords? So this guy was asking, was he being clingy? Was it too much? And they'd been in a relationship for 6 months now. So he was really wondering about, was it, is it something that was okay in a healthy relationship? And that's good. I really love it when men are also invested in growing healthy relationships. So they are asking for questions and insight and input. And one more question, Coach Eileen, my partner never posts photos of us together. Okay, and was really bothering her. This couple has been together for like a year now, and she noticed. She, of course, they're friends on Facebook and they're friends on social media, but she was wondering, and also not just Facebook, but also like Instagram, and she rarely. Okay, she says never posts photos of us together, but there were actually a few photos. It's like for just for those special occasions, like on her birthday, but they were all in private mode or just really really close friends only. So she was wondering what it means. She was thinking, is he ashamed of me? Is he hiding something? Is like, are there like other women that he's friends with, and is he hiding the fact that he's in a relationship with me? So those were the things that were going through her head, and that's why she sent in this question. So these are really valid questions, and so we're going to use them as a jump off point for tackling important issues about relationships and social media so that we can determine if something is healthy or something is not. All right, so let's go with my boyfriend's status is still single on his profile. And the real issue here is so the issue is the relationship status, okay? But if we really look at this, the real issues are the things, the unasked questions, okay? So we're talking about the relationship status, but what this really is pointing to is number one, why are, if you cannot ask your partner about the reason behind this, uh, then why? Why cannot you ask your partner about the reason behind this? Because if your partner is still single, if his or her relationship status is still single, before asking me, please ask, or before asking your friends or anyone else, or before asking your other friends, you might ask, when did your partner change his or her status? Ask your partner first, okay? Because there could be so many reasons why uh the status would still be single. Number one, maybe your partner is not always on social media. Number two, maybe it's something that it for professional reasons. I know that I sometimes I am friends with some minor celebrities, and for them, like people like DJs or theater actors or actors in general, like they sort of have to separate their real life persona with their branding. Okay, so like people who are influencers, they might already be in a relationship, but it's like maybe in their contract they have to appear single. That actually happens. So you really have to ask your partner these things. And so if you really look at this issue, it's not about just the relationship status. It's the issue of, are you having healthy conversations and communication in your relationship so that you can ask tricky these tricky but important questions. Okay, so this is insight number one. This is important insight number one about what we need for relationship health. Healthy relationships are where we feel safe to ask the hard questions, okay? Because we know, so in short, we trust our partner that they won't they won't gaslight us. They won't say that we are being clingy or we are being paranoid, or we have to be able to ask the hard questions. And maybe when I say hard questions, one question could be hard for someone, but another person would not find that question hard at all. But whatever is hard for you, whatever it is that you are trying to be careful about, or a bit hesitant to ask your partner, that's a hard question for you. And if you can ask these hard questions of your partner, then you know that you are growing a healthy relationship. So that might be a hard question, but here's a tip. So here's a mindset that you will need so that you can ask the hard questions. So one that question could include, hello loved one, hey babe, why is so what why is your relationship status still single? So there, that's that might be simple enough, but that could be a hard question for other people. But here's a tip. Good mindset for asking the hard questions, and going beyond that, not just asking the hard questions, but having better communication in your relationship, is when you ask questions, when you communicate with your partner, think of think of this mindset. Be trusting and curious. So trust that your partner loves you, okay? And just simply be curious about the answer to your question. So don't the not so good mindset would be judgmental and defensive. What does this mean? This means that even before you are talking to your partner, you have already made up your mind. Maybe not made up your mind, but you already have this belief that, oh, he doesn't want his other other side chicks to know that he's in a relationship, or he's ashamed of me, or he's hiding things. So that's judgmental. And when you are already in that space of judging your partner's intentions, then when you ask him these hard questions, you're not really waiting for the answer. You're just waiting to defend yourself. You're just waiting for like the bad news so that you can fight against your partner. So that's what being defensive is all about. So good mindset is be trusting and curious. Not so good mindset is being judgmental and defensive. Okay. I hope that this mindset helps with important insight number one, which is in order to grow a really healthy relationship, we should be able to ask the hard questions. And anything that is, whether it's social media related or not, hard questions are hard questions, but the more that you ask them and the more that you trust, the more that you have this mindset where you trust your partner and you are simply really just curious about their reasons, then that is already a huge step towards relationship health. All right. Now let's go to the second issue, passwords. Okay, so this is in response to that guy's question where he's asking, is it okay if I'm asking for my girlfriend's passwords? Okay, so they've been together for 6 months, and just phone password, so he can unlock phone and social media passwords. Okay, so in order to answer this, so it's not just about passwords, it's about how much access to your life and to your devices you are giving to your partner, and what is the role of privacy in your relationship. On one hand, an important thing to remember is that even when you are together in a relationship, you are still you, and your partner is still your partner. Your partner is still on his or her own journey of growth as a person with his or her own identity. And that's something that should always be growing and developing. And that applies to you too. You should be a complete person by yourself with your own identity, and you should be growing be into your own development as a person. But at the same time, both of you are contributing to the growth and health of your relationship. So when we talk about access and privacy, okay, I just want to when it comes to passwords, I just want to recap insight number one. Remember, ask the hard questions. And when it comes to passwords, access, and privacy, here are some questions that are coming up for me as a coach that I would really want you to ask yourself and your partner. What is the big deal about sharing of passwords? Okay, so I just want, again, trust and curiosity are our mindsets here. uh, Really honestly, if your loved one is asking you for your password, then you can ask them, oh, you need my password, why? Okay, so what's up? What do you plan, what are you thinking? And then if your partner says, oh, like your phone, the password for your phone, in case of an emergency, I would want to be able to unlock it and be able to call your family and friends. So something like that. Or if I run out of battery, so there. So it if that's the intention, then it shouldn't be a big deal. And same thing with social media accounts. Okay, if for example there are like you get uh God forbid, but you get sick and your partner wants to inform your family or your loved ones or your friends, and your partner has access to your social media, then that's a good thing, right? Okay, so that's the thing. You need to ask the hard questions, and you might realize that your partner has the best of intentions in wanting to know your password in social media. But on the flip side, there is that aspect where you might realize that your partner wants also to check how things are. You have your personal face-to-face life, you also have your social media life, and he wants to check in on that from time to time. Okay. And so the hard question that you need to ask yourself as well is this: why would it be a big deal if your partner sees your social media activity? Okay. I want you to ask yourself that, because if you're wary about sharing your social media passwords, or any other passwords for that matter, um the real question is, are you really hiding something? Because, so again, it shouldn't be a big deal if it's someone that you love and someone that you trust. It shouldn't be a big deal that they have access to these things, as if you know that you trust them enough that they're not going to abuse it. And at the same time, trust works both ways, because you trust them because you're not doing anything that's untrustworthy either. You know that you're not doing anything that you're supposed to hide. You're not doing anything that's going to damage your relationship. So it's not a big deal for your partner to have access to those things, and it's not a big deal for you for to have your loved one have access to those things. Okay, I hope that this is making sense. But just to really encapsulate this in one important quote, and you can quote me on this. Here's the thing, dear students of love: if you cannot trust someone with your passwords, why would you trust them with your heart? Okay, I want you to think about that. If it's such a big deal for you to hide stuff from your partner, so that means there's a trust issue there. So why are you in a relationship with someone who is who does not have your full trust? Okay. um in one of the shows that I guested on, this past week, I'm sorry about this. In one of the shows that I guested on this past week, the issue and the topic was trust. And there are really a lot of aspects to trust. It's not just about cheating or anything. There's also this kind of trust, trusting your partner with money, trusting your partner with passwords, and trusting that when you ask your partner the hard questions, they are really going to be honest with you and they're not going to put you down. So trust is really multifaceted in relationships. But all of these small steps and small aspects of trust point to the fact of whether or not you do trust your partner with your heart. So in a relationship, that is that is a foundation for a healthy relationship, where you know that this loved one is someone that you can trust with your heart. So if you can't trust them with your heart, why cannot you trust them with your passwords? I just wanted to think about that, because remember, as a relationship coach, as a love coach, I don't dictate to you the answers or what you should do about your life and your partner and your social media, but I give you these insights so that you can make more informed decisions about what would really grow your relationship health. Okay? And to address the last question that I got, the issue is evidence of a relationship. So this is the question where the girl was saying, Coach Eileen, my partner never posts photos of us together on his social media profiles. Okay, and it was bothering her. But when I checked, it really wasn't never. It's just that he wasn't so showy. He would post photos of them, but on private mode, like just for their friends. And what came out there was her boyfriend was just a really private person. Okay, but for her, she was really wondering, does he have friends, online social media friends, like female friends that he's flirting with or, messaging and chatting with, and he doesn't want those other girls to find out that he's already in a relationship. So that was the way that she was thinking, and that was why it was bothering her so much. Okay, so that is the issue. Really, it's like, why is my partner not showing evidence of our relationship? Is he trying to hide the fact that he is in a relationship? And to that, I want first to recap insights number 1 and 2 so far. So you see, these insights are all connected to each other. So, first of all, you need to ask the hard questions. You need to ask your partner first and foremost, oh, babe, we're so cute together in this photo. Okay, well, let's post this. And then if he doesn't want to do it or she doesn't want to do it, then say, why not? Okay, so just ask the hard questions with that mindset of trusting your partner and being just simply really curious about it. So hear them out first. And then insight number 2 has to do with trust, remember? So check your trust level with your partner. Okay, so these things are still relevant to this issue of evidence of a relationship. And now we go to important insight number 3. To add to that, whatever else happens, whatever answers that you get, okay, when you ask those hard questions, I'm going to recap again. I'm going to click on this banner. Okay, so I'm going to recap. When you ask the hard questions and you get answers that are still disturbing you, then that's why it's really this insight of asking the hard questions is really so much connected with your trust level, because uh in any relationship, what you really want to build is a good foundation of trust. And on that foundation of trust, you build other things, and more trust, and more love, and more romance, and more security, and more commitment, and all these other good things that we all want our relationships to have. So the thing is, even in this era of social media, the most important thing really is to prioritize having a healthy and loving relationship in real life. And when you do have that, and when you know that you do have that, and here's the thing, everyone, students of love, um, social media is not an accurate reflection of real life. Social media is not an accurate reflection of your relationship. You would know if your relationship is good. You Only those two people inside a relationship would know if their relationship is good. It's just that sometimes we get envious. We see other people's posts on social media, like you see friends getting engaged and all these proposals, or they are going out on dates and all these romantic stuff that you wish would happen as well. And then all of a sudden you have your partner and it's a completely different situation for you. But it doesn't matter what is showing on social media. What matters more is that you two, both of you, know that you have a solid, trusting, happy, and loving relationship in real life. So, bonus insight here. I only told you that we're going to have 3 insights, but here's a bonus insight. Whether it's the era of social media or carriages and uh, Victorian era, okay, the important thing is choose the right kind of partner. Choose a partner whose character includes being trustworthy. And when you do know that you have found someone who's like that, all those things that you need, and being trustworthy, when you know that that's who they are, then that will be who they are, whether it's online, whether it's in person, whether it's in the era of social media, where it's in the Victorian era or in the Middle Ages, when you choose someone whose character includes being trustworthy, that is going to be who they are. Okay, I hope that this has helped. In this episode, we talked about three important insights for hashtag relationship health in this era of social media. And this is in response to our topic, relationships in social media, what's healthy and what's not. So I just shared with you three important insights, but I know there are other issues that might be bothering you. So I just want to ask you if you need a part two, please do post your social media related relationship questions in the comments. And who knows, a part two might be up in the works if you feel that there are certain social media related issues that you really want to get more insight on. Okay, so please do share this video and please subscribe to this channel, help our channel grow so that we can reach more people, help more people have these love lessons so that, they can create more love in their lives. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. This is Fall in Love Friday live on YouTube. This happens every Friday, 9 p.m. Manila time. That's UTC plus 8, and you can look at my channel at the channel for more love lessons, but more importantly, please use these love lessons you just learned to create more love in your life. Thank you so much. I'll see you again next week. Bye everyone.